on the third thing. Those are about to start. This is a good start. I mean, I can't hear it. I don't know if it's just slow. Can you hear me? Hello and welcome back to the IWBF YouTube channel. We're here live in Guadalajara in the Palacio Multiusos, and it's been such a great week so far of women's rep charge action. First game of the day today will be Australia playing Germany, two teams that are currently 2-0 in this tournament. My name's Ishanaya alongside Siobhan Fitzpatrick, and Siobhan, these two teams, I mean, they've just been dominant all week.
Yeah, both teams really showcasing their talent over the last couple of days. Two teams that do meet each other in tournaments quite often, and I am excited to see who is going to come out on top this morning. It is hard to say who is going to come out on top because this is probably the first game both teams have, that will face tough competition against each other. Both teams now just going to the bench to hear the final talks from their coaches.
And yeah, this women's rep charge tournament giving teams a last chance to get into that World Championships later in the year in Canada. So teams and coaches now just making their final adjustments before we tip off for the first game of the day. And these two teams going to be sort of a top of the group, top half of the group clash, as both teams look to move to 3-0. Which team will become victorious? And both teams as well, a lot of players, really experienced players out there on the court as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen both teams yesterday as well try some different units, try some different styles of play that we didn't see in the first day, I think, for preparation for this game. So we saw Australia yesterday do a full court press. We saw Germany try some different styles and some different units, all in preparation for this important game to see who's going to come out victorious.
As teams now just looking to come out, referees blowing that final whistle. As that final train horn has just been blown. So teams just making high fives, just getting ready for the matchup. As referees just signaling ready for jump ball here. So, first game of the day. Who will be victorious? As Germany win jump ball. Meyer over to Zonleitner. Finds Bergentel. Ball's loose. Who's going to come up with it? Ball's still loose, but Zonleitner does have it in the end. Shot clock winding down. Bergentel, she'll settle on that one. Has the line, but a little too short. So Australia will look to open the game scoring.
Yeah, an Australia bench there, an assistant coach very happy with the defensive pressure that was put on the German side to start this game.
There's Matheson coming in now, finds Monroe Cook. Monroe Cook holds the ball up high and she'll swish that one.
Yeah, fantastic start from Monroe Cook. Bread and butter shot for her underneath the basket to open the campaign.
There's Neubauer. Long pass to Bergentel. And a foul is called. Offensive foul that time. So that one will be on Zonleitner of Spain. Apologies, not Spain. We are in Spain. Of Germany. So ball will go in the way of Australia. They'll have a fresh 14. Ball's in. Matheson. Matheson looking for something here. Shot clock is winding down. Finds Devoli at the top. Devoli background. Oh, great ball movement there from Australia at the buzzer. It's Hada Dodd finishes it off.
Yeah, fantastic relationship and patience there with Munro Cook and Dodd. Dodd, a very experienced player, has just finished her 2 seasons out in Germany in the European League. Turnover there.
Matheson now slowing it back down for Australia. Just allowing a team to set up.
Great pressure there by Germany.
Matheson finds Monroe Cook on the opposite side. Little offline on that one, but Neubauer look to push. Neubauer over to Patsvold. Finds Mayer. Bounce pass to Neubauer. Looking for some space here. Bergentel has it. She'll fire that one. It's a little short that time, but the foul is called as contact was made. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, foul is called, but great job there by Australia to force Germany out of their usual style that we have seen over the last couple of days. They are making it really difficult for them. Bergenthal will go to the line for 2.
As she'll swish the first one.
I think she definitely needed that one to drop. Just settle some nerves here this morning.
Bergenthal contributed 4 points and 4 rebounds in their victory yesterday over Colombia. She sinks the second. So Australia currently up by 2. Can they extend the lead? As Devoli looks to push. Devoli slowing things down now. Devoli finds cutting Matheson inside, then she'll finish that one.
Yeah, fantastic play there by Matheson, a really veteran of this Australia side.
And now Germany will look to push towards the other end. Mayer over to Zonleitner. But ball does go out of bounds. And one thing about this court, it's not the easiest court in the world to recognise where the lines are, is it?
No, absolutely. It's a court with a lot of lines, and the court has been made with taped white lines to meet the IWF regulations. So the referees have been quite lenient if players do go out of bounds.
There's Monroe Cook. Over to Matheson. Australia up by 4. Matheson. Great pass inside to Devoli, but it's picked off by Neubauer. Shot clock still winding down as Vinci picks it up. Matheson over to Monroe Cook. She'll have to put something up here, trying to find some space. As doesn't get that one off in time, and a shot clock violation is called.
But a fantastic start here from the Australian side. Really able to create some pressure for the German side as a timeout is now called.
So we're going to listen in to Germany's timeout now. Let's listen in to head coach Josef Jagalski and see what he has to say.
Erinnern Sie bitte, was haben wir alles abgesprochen? Die Seite ist links jetzt hier, die letzten 6 Punkte hier verpasst. Weil die 8 bewegt sich hier. Wir verfolgen sie, jetzt kommt die Kleine, Bams und auf Wiedersehen. Wir haben das so gesagt, dass die 8 wird übernehmen. Und wenn der Kleine fehlt, Rolli muss das mitfahren, das eine Line zu halten. So, die rechte Seite, wir stehen Mann. Wir jumpen nicht. Sie haben uns zweimal Pick and Roll getroffen. Wir jumpen nicht. Verstanden? Okay, jetzt los.
Yeah, great to hear Joseph there, just talking to his team about how to get a better offensive look. Yeah, the Australians are putting some great pressure on the German side, but they are jumping, so there is space to run that pick and roll in the power side.
There's teams coming out now. It will be Germany's ball. As they'll look just to cut into this lead that Australia have built. 4-point game. Mayer over to Bergenthal. Bergenthal launched that one. Little too heavy. Had the line though, and Devoli will clean it up for the Aussies. Devoli looking for some space here. Germany putting on the pressure. Duoli tries to find Dodd inside.
Yeah, really good vision there by Duoli. Unfortunately, just a little bit too late in the vision for that pass.
So Australia have another chance to score here. They've got 10 seconds to put something up.
Dodd to Monroe Cook.
Monroe Cook trying to find some space here. Shot clock is winding down. She's going to have to put something up. And she fires that one. Little short, but again, another great defensive possession by Germany.
Yeah, Germany are doing a great job at stopping Monroe Cook from getting underneath the basket. A place where she has dominated the last couple of days here at the Women's Repechage Tournament.
Just have a player down here. She's helped up, and shout out to the Aussie fans in the crowd and the German fans. Both sides have brought out some support here in Guadalajara.
We'll just allow Vinci to get set back in her chair.
So Meyer will bring it up for Germany. Meyer trying to find some space. She'll waste no time there. Nice little dump off to Bergenthal. Bergenthal will hit that one.
Yeah, great finish there by Bergenthal.
And Australia now will look to go the other way. They are up by 2. Matheson looking for a pass here. Gets to Monroe Cook. Monroe Cook, nice pass inside there to Dodd, and Dodd will get that one off. Can't get it to fall though. Ball's loose. Monroe Cook comes up with it, but game is stopped as we have a player down.
Yeah, just a bit of contact there inside the key. Bergenthal will come out backwards, but fantastic effort there from Dodd. Monroe Cook and Dodd, great relationship there in the pick and roll.
Here's Australia. We'll have a fresh 14 to get something up. Monroe Cook. She's looking for some space now. Looks to drive in. Great pass inside again. This time to Vinci. Vinci can't get it to go, and rebounded by Neubauer. Germany are off to the races. Meyer. She'll look to slow things down. A great pass inside to Zonleitner. Too heavy that time, and Matheson secures it for the Aussies. Vinci finds Davoli inside there to Dodd, and Vinci, and she'll sing that one.
Yeah, great finish there by Vinci. Extending their lead back to 4. Really fantastic team basketball here from Australia this morning. Distributing the ball, making those extra passes inside to the open player inside the key.
As Neubauer will look to push for Germany. Zonleitner over to Meyer. Meyer controlling the ball now. Finds Neubauer inside, but foul is called. This time on Australia, that one will be on Davoli. So Germany will get a fresh 14 from the baseline as we see some substitutions in for the Aussies. As we'll see Ebony Stevenson check into the game alongside Isabel Martin.
Yeah, great effort there by Vinci and Davoli to open this first quarter.
So Meyer has it. Back over to Bergenthal. Bergenthal set on that one. She'll sing that one. She has had the hot hand so far for the Germans.
Yeah, definitely a player. If you give her space and time on the wing, usually it will be knocked down. Matheson
has some space here. Finds Monroe Cook. Monroe Cook taking her time setting up for that one, and she'll hit that one. Had to hit every inch of the rim to get that one in.
Almost saying, well, if you can do it, Bergenthal, I can do it too.
As Pottsvald look to get things in for Germany. Ball's loose, picked off by Vinci, or Dodd, apologies. Monroe Cook has it inside now and blocked by Neubauer. Monroe Cook can't get the second one, but Germany do clean it up this time. Neubauer looking for some help as Patzwald will push for Germany. Meyer back to Neubauer. Neubauer looking to drive here. Balls is loose. Ball's loose. Australia come up with it though. Monroe Cook will lead the charge. Monroe Cook trying to find Stevenson there, but again, ball's loose. This time Germany come up with it. Patzwald has it. Just too far out of bounds that time though.
And she is looking frustrated that she felt that the Australian player did push her off the floor. But we see in the replay, there is no contact from either Australian player. But it is always worth a try to see if it can go to your advantage, especially in a game of this standard and competitiveness.
As we'll see some substitutions for Germany as Lena Knuppelmeyer checks in for them. Monroe Cook, great pass inside to Dodd. She can't get that one to fall. Knuppelmeyer with the rebound. Germany looking to push. Zonleitner has it, slows things down. Finds Meyer inside, great cut from her. Out to Patzwald. Hands it off to Zonleitner. He finds Bergentel at the top. Zonleitner again, gonna have to put this one up. And she does, but Australia come up with it.
Fantastic defensive pressure there from Stevenson.
Matheson slows the games down, fakes the shot. Finds Monroe Cook on the outside. She'll fire that one, too heavy that time. And Knuppelmeyer secures it for Germany. Knuppelmeyer behind Zonleitner inside, little too short that time. So Australia can look to capitalise. Stevenson over to Dodd. Dodd slowing things down a bit now. Sets up for that one. Unfriendly bounce that time, and again Knuppelmeyer will secure it for Germany. An offensive foul is called. This time it will be on Lisa Bergentel of Germany. So Australia now will have another fresh 14 to get something off. They're up by 4.
Yeah, great defensive stop there by Stevenson to draw that offensive foul. A player only 16 years old, really making her mark here on the international stage.
Great pass inside there to Stevenson, and Stevenson will get that one go, assisted by Monroe Cook.
Commentator's blessing there. She inbounds the ball straight in to the opposite side of the floor for a basket.
As Meyer finds Bergentel inside, but a foul is called this time. Referees will just discuss to double check which type of foul it will be.
Yeah, I think they're just discussing if it could potentially be an unsportsmanlike foul. There is contact at the back of the chair as Bergenthal is going to the basket. It will now just confer with the other referee as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is an unsportsmanlike foul.
Referees making final decisions, and it will be an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, and we do call it an unsportsmanlike foul. However, I know that there was no malice behind that foul. But unfortunately, when a player is driving to the basket and there is contact made from behind, more often than not, it will be an unsportsmanlike foul.
As Monroe Cook will take a seat as Sarah Houston checks into the game. As this Germany add another one to their total.
Yeah, both teams on the court just using this unsportsmanlike foul to regroup and discuss.
So it will be a German possession now from the sideline of 14 to put something up. As Germany will get that one to go. Great bucket by Meyer. So Australia again now can look to send their lead. They only hold a 2-point lead this time. As Matheson, the veteran for this Australian side, just setting things up. Nice pass inside to Stevenson. Stevenson can't get to go, but foul is called, so she'll go to the line.
Yeah, really good one-on-one speed there against German number 12. Stevenson now will go to the line 4-2 to look to extend their lead.
And Ebony Stevenson put up some big numbers yesterday. 31 points for her to go with 9 rebounds and 2 assists. Stevenson, nothing but net on that first one. As she sinks the second.
Yeah, really nice free throw routine there from Stevenson. Able to be composed and knock down both. Send their lead by 4 now.
Germany looking to get something up on the other end. They trail by 4. Bergenthal. Bergenthal has the lane there. Nice pass off to Zonleitner. And too heavy on that one. Houston cleans it up. Dodd. Just allowing her teammates to catch back up. Finds Matheson. Matheson will control things. Matheson. Shot clock is winding down, but offensive foul is called. That time it will be on Stevenson.
Yeah, very obvious offensive foul there. Making contact with the side of the wheel. We will just see a replay of that.
There's just under a minute left to go here in this first quarter. Mayer just settling things down for the home side as Zonleitner cuts in. Pass back to Mayer. Mayer will fire that one and gets that one to go. 2-point game. So Australia now looks to play the clock a little bit. We'll have to get something up as Matheson has it. It's 1 against 1 here. But she will settle things down.
Yeah, great full court pressure here by Germany, but Dodd is able to break. And basket is good.
Dodd just extending that lead 2-4. And Germany can look to use the shot clock here. I mean the clock, as the shot clock is off. So Knuppelmeyer over to Mayer now. Mayer finding Bergenthal. Back over to Zonleitner. They'll have to get something up and swish, nothing but net for Bergenthal as she ends that first quarter. Germany
Huge
down by
basket
2.
From Bergenthal. Really looking to shift the momentum there going into the second quarter. The German side definitely needed that basket to drop.
So coming into this half-time, between quarter break here, we're just going to listen in quickly to the German talk.
Sind sie besser als ihr? Nein, aber bitte aufwachen und wir brauchen Ihr Verständnis. Annika, du musst hochkommen, bitte, okay? Komm. Beim Pressing, das ist kein Pressing, was Sie machen. Aber Fehler, wenn hier steht Svenja, Lisa muss nicht hier kommen. Lisa muss hier sein, Svenja, Annika. Hier ist falsch. Hier, dann kommt Lena zum Ball, Pass und jetzt hier kommt Piet. Okay, jetzt kommt zweite und Feierabend. Aber wir stehen beim Pressing falsch. Wir ziehen jetzt weg oder zu zweit auf diese Position. Lisa, Svenja, Annika oder egal wer. Das ist diese Dreieck muss sein. Und jetzt Anne passt für Lena und Lena passt hier. Was passiert? Jetzt kommt Cross, Dribbling, Cross und 2 gegen 0. Im Defense, sie sind jetzt schneller als wir, weil wir nehmen falsche Position. Wir stehen gerade, wir müssen hier zumachen und dann Spieler zu verfolgen. Wir kommen wieder zurück zum 3-Punkte-Linie. Geht's los!
Head coach Joseph Jaglowski there, just telling his ladies, just what they need to do in this second quarter. Germany currently down by 2. Team just coming out now, and it will be an Australian possession to start off this quarter.
Yeah, both teams really started this game as they wanted to. Germany have just struggled a little bit more to get those finishes. But as they now look to extend their defense and do also some full court pressure, see if they can get some momentum back their way.
So, Monroe Cook has it. Monroe Cook trying to find some room. Being pressured here. Finds a cutting Dodd there. And Dodd can't get the bounce on that one. Germany looks to break. Meyer. Meyer has it. And she'll get that one nice and easy. And just like that is a tied game.
Yeah, great finish there by Svenja Meyer.
So, Stevenson now for Australia. Long pass over to Monroe Cook. And she'll look to drive. Lines up for the shot. Gets it off. Hits that one. Big bucket there for Monroe Cook. Just giving Australia back that lead. So, Knuppel-Meyer over to Bergenthal. Meyer pushing out for Germany again. She's off to races. Little too short that time, but Zonleitner cleans it up. Pass it back out to Bergenthal. Finds Meyer inside, lining up. Unfriendly bounce that time, but Monroe Cook, long pass to Stevenson. She's all alone. Stevenson can't get that one to drop, but good job from Patzval to get there. Germany will look to break. Bergenthal. Zonleitner can't get that time. Bergenthal rebounds that one, tries to get it up, but Stevenson will grab that ball safely. Matheson into Dodd. Dodd has time, gets it off, but can't get it to drop. Ball is loose. Germany pick it up. Meyer, she's looking to push. It's 5v4. Patzval has it. Patzval passes back over to Zonleitner. Zonleitner lines that one up, little short, off the side of the rim, and ball will bounce out of bounds.
And both teams there going coast to coast. Both teams struggling to get the finish. Shows that the pace of this game is really heating up. Can they'll both teams get the composure back to start knocking down these baskets? We'll just see here Dodd knocked out of the chair as she does take that layup.
As we will see some substitutions here as Katharina Weiss checking in for Germany as Taisha Ovens checks into game for Australia. Matheson. Matheson setting things up here. Finds Monroe Cook. Just looking for a pass here. Monroe Cook lines up for that one and bounces out. Weiss. Over to Zonleitner. Zonleitner trying to find some space here. Meyer has it. She's cutting in. But game is stopped as Australian player is on the floor. So just under 8 minutes to go in this second quarter. Germany currently down by 2 points. Australia just able to keep that lead. Can Germany get a tie game here? Meyer back to Bergenthal. She'll line up for that. A little short that time, but Ovens secures the ball. Ovens over to Matheson. Matheson slowing things down here. She's taking her time. Finds Monroe Cook. She'll line up for that and off the front of the rim. Bergenthal over to Veer. Weiss, and foul is called, an offensive foul that time on Katharina Weiss.
And that is difficult for Weiss as she is ball handling up the floor. Australia do a good job at getting in front of that, so it will be an offensive foul, but it is Difficult for that 1 point player to stop. Australia possession.
Monroe Cook. Long pass to Matheson. She wastes no time in that one. Can't get to drop. Mayer finds Weiss. Weiss back up to Bergentel, who finds Knuppelmeyer. Back out the top to Mayer. Mayer, long pass, opposite corner there to Bergentel. Back to Mayer. Mayer finds Knuppelmeyer. She'll shoot that too heavy. Matheson secures it. Stevenson. Slowing things down for Australia. Now the travel is called that time, so ball will go in the way of Germany. And Stevenson, just 16 years old out there. Big performance yesterday, 31 points for her. There's Knuppelmeyer. Gets the ball over to Zonleitner. Zonleitner over to Knuppelmeyer inside. She'll take that one and swish for her. Tied game as a timeout is called by the Aussies.
Yeah, great vision there to get that ball into Knuppelmeyer. Great finish. I think Australia will just be calling this timeout. Momentum has just started to shift to Germany.
Yes, we're going to listen in to the Aussie timeout here and hear what head coach Jeremy Synott will have to say. As talking things over with his assistant coaches.
Yeah, I do worry though that if he just spend too long conferring with his assistant coaches, he will not be able to get the message across to his athletes.
Okay, we have to work up the Ed's going to run down low first, okay? We need you to get down there. Hannah, you're going to come up and get that first pick, okay? Really important. Taish and Cook, let's give them a different look. Taish, you have to get her super close to the basket to get her on her range. Let's do it, girls. Gliders.
Gliders on three. That is what we heard at the end of that Australian timeout as they'll look to come back out. It is a tied game. 6 minutes left in this second quarter, and it's going to be a good one. It already has been a good one.
Yeah, really good to see both teams showcasing their talent and their experience on this international stage. Both teams haven't really had too many tough moments in the competition so far. That can be quite difficult on day 3 of a tournament, but both teams here showing how much it is important to them to get this W.
There's Devoli on the wing for Australia. Devoli passes inside to Dodd. Great cut from Dodd again, and she gets it to drop that time, and we've seen Hannah Dodd do that so many times today.
Yeah, 1 point player for the Australian side. However, she has many talents, and one of them is being able to knock down those layups inside the key.
It's Bergentel. Long pass inside to Knuppelmeyer. Can't connect on that one.
Yeah, Dodd, a player that has had a couple of seasons out in Europe, definitely helped her development in the game.
Monroe Cook bringing things up for the Aussies. Over to Devoli. Devoli looking for some space. Devoli, shot clock is winding down here. She'll line up for one though. She'll fire that, little short that time, but she does get her own rebound. Shot clock back to 14. Monroe Cook fires that one. Can't get it to fall, but Knuppelmeyer will end that possession. Weiss. Knuppelmeyer over to Meyer. She'll settle things down for the Germans. Zonleitner has it. Shot clock winding down. Long pass over to Knuppelmeyer. Out to Bergentel. Zips it to Meyer. She'll fire that one. Unfriendly bounce that time. Dodd. Finds the volley all by herself. She'll take her time with that one and she'll sink it. Aussies lead by 4.
Yeah, fantastic fast break play there by Australia to break the German pressure. Bit of miscommunication from the German athletes, and rightly so. Head coach Joseph calling a timeout to potentially discuss the lack of connection on the full court press, and we will just now listen in to what he has to say to his athletes.
Machen Sie keinen Stress. Wir stoßen zu zweit hier, statt Defense zu fahren. Ein großes Spielfeld. Nochmal, diese Seite, schwache Seite von Offense macht mir Korbleger. Wie? Annika und Lisa müssen Line haben. Svenja muss diesen Weg auch hier zumachen. Und sie zieht zum Korb und macht mir dann einfache 2 Punkte. Mädels, wie geht das hier? Wie kann ich euch helfen? Lena, wenn du hast jetzt hier einen Low-Pointer, lass ihn. Letztes Mal war sehr gut. Gehst du hier, push. Und beim Offense, wir müssen zum Ball fahren. Nicht weg, sondern zum Ball. Okay? Komm weiter, weiter, komm.
Deutschland, that is what we heard at the end of that German timeout. As teams coming back out onto the court now. Germany trail by 4 points, and it will be a German possession to start after this timeout. Knuppelmeyer over to Meyer. Meyer has it, finds on Leitner, back to Bergenthal. Bergenthal over to Meyer. Can't get to 4, but great possession there.
Yeah, definitely an offensive play to come out of that timeout strong and able to get the basket. Darted into the slightly too strong with that pass, but again, both sides coming out of that timeout exactly how they wanted to, just the execution of the passes slightly off. Weiss.
Knuppelmeyer, long pass to Bergenthal. She'll look for some room, just letting her teammates catch up here. Long pass in to Knuppelmeyer. She's contested, but she'll fire that one and she'll swish that one.
Yeah, player when she is in the correct position for her range is someone that can knock down an awful lot of points for her German side.
As Monroe Cook finds the volley. Just slowing things down here. Waiting for her teammates to go up and use the screen. Finds Monroe Cook on the other side. As Monroe Cook lines up. Can't get it to drop that time.
Yeah, really unfortunate there for Monroe Cook not to get that roll. Meyer drives to the basket.
An unfriendly roll on that one. So now Australia can look to break. Just 3 minutes left to go here as Devoli drives in, looking for a shot there, gets it off, and she'll get that one. Aussie lead is up to 4.
Yeah, fantastic drive to basket there. And I do think the German communication is just a little bit flat and delayed, allowing the Australian players to be open and uncontested.
There's Meyer, great pass there, 2's on line, and she'll get that one to go.
Very important finish there for the German side.
There's lead just 2 points now. Devoli uses the screen. Can't find any space though. Devoli, she'll line up, she'll fire that one. Swish again for Devoli.
Yeah, really a 4-point player that is really establishing her mark for this Australian side.
Weiss finds Knuppelmeyer, long pass to Meyer. Meyer has some room. Passes over to Zonleitner though. She lines up. Heavily contested though, so pass it out to Bergenthal. We find Knuppelmeyer inside. Again contested, but she'll fire that one off the front of the rim, but a foul is called.
Yeah, really good to see Knuppelmeyer shooting through that contact to draw that foul from Monroe Cook. So we will now see some substitutions.
As Sarah Houston will check back into the game for the Aussies, as Georgia Monroe Cook will take a break. Maya can't get the first. She's on 4 points in this game. As she'll hit the second.
She will now exit the game as we do see some substitutions for the German side.
As we'll see Lily Rose Zelak check into the game alongside Svenja Ernie. So just under 2 minutes to go here as Stevenson finds Houston on the wing. Who finds them cutting Devoli inside. Devoli will get that one off. Unfriendly bounce, but a foul is called, so now Devoli will go to the line. So Australia up by 3 points here. Devoli just a chance to extend this, especially coming into this halftime break. Australia want to get a big lead as possible. She can't get the first to drop. Devoli off the back iron on the second. Maya cleans it up. So the Germany will look to get a score here. Ernie in to Maya. Finds great cut there. Gets the shot off, but can't get to fall. Can Weiss. There's a foul. Oh no, game is stopped.
Yeah, just some contact there from Maya. See Stevenson to the floor, but she is able to get back up. And play will continue as we are about to enter the final minute of this second quarter.
There's referees just confirming what is happening here. So it will be Australia ball as we will see some substitutions. There's Shelley Matheson, the experienced player for the Aussies. She'll check back into the game as Devoli will take a seat. And Matheson, Paralympic experience here, just really great asset to this Australian team. So final minute of play here. Dodd finds Houston.
She's all by herself. Can they break this German pressure? Stevenson is trying her best.
But Zelak does get a hand in it there. Ball does got a bounce, so Australia will have to reset. They'll have 7 seconds to get something up now.
And just see the replay here of Zelak knocking the ball out of play. Matheson.
Shot clock winding down now. Ball is loose. Stevenson's going to have to get something up. She launches it. Shot is short, but now Germany will have a chance to get a final score before the break. Weiss gives it to Maya, who will look to set something up here for the German side. Maya. Oh, great pass inside there. Picked off though by the Aussies. Ball does go out of bounds. Germany have 12 seconds to set something up. Pass for Bergenthal. Finds Maya. Shot clock winding down. Maya over to Ernie. She'll fire that. Little short that time. Stevenson comes up with it. Ball's loose. There's hands everywhere. But Germany come up with it. They can hold for the last possession here. But a foul is called.
Yeah, great job there by Weiss. A very experienced veteran of this German side being able to draw that contact. Really important here to gain the final possession of this second quarter. Can they get a score to bring it back down to within one?
Bergenthal is holding it, looking for a pass. She does line up for it though. She'll fire that one and swish from Bergenthal. Lead cut down to 1. As the buzzer sounds at the end of the second quarter in this matchup between Germany and Australia. Australia managed to keep their lead, but Germany cutting it down to just 1 point.
Yeah, Bergenthal definitely loving the buzzer beater. Did the same in the first quarter. Finishes exactly how she wants in the second. Can they now regroup during halftime? See how they can take the lead against Australia.
So for Australia, they managed to keep that lead that they had. Obviously, Germany came back into it. So for the Aussies, what is the key thing to kind of keep that lead that they've built?
I think Australia are doing a great job at being able to break the German full court pressure. Every one of their players working together as a team to get those layup opportunities. It will be now a case of how they can get the perfect shot when they do get into the half-court offense. And as for Germany, what can they do now to ensure that their full court pressure doesn't allow those easy baskets for the Australian side? Both teams really evenly matched.
As we will take a break, but before then, let's take a look at some of the leaders for the game. For Germany, it is Lisa Bergenthal. She is on 12 points. She is leading the way for them. And then for the Aussies, pretty evenly distributed scoring. 3 players of a 6-piece with Hannah Dodd, Georgia Monroe Cook, and Laura Devoli on 6 points. But for now, from me, Shania, and Siobhan Fitzpatrick, we're going to take a quick break. Make sure you tune back in. Hello and welcome back to the IWBF YouTube channel. We're here live in Guadalajara at the Palacio Multiusos, and we've got a really exciting second half action coming up. My name's Ishanaya alongside Siobhan Fitzpatrick, and apologies for the late start on the stream, but teams just coming out now. It is going to be a German possession to start off this second half, as it will be Svenja Meyer, the captain, to pass it in, as Bergentel will have it now. Bergentel, round two. Still has it, does Bergentel. She'll line up for a shot, and she'll take that one up. Nothing but net for Bergentel, and that gives Germany their first lead since the start of the first quarter.
Yeah, she finishes off the second quarter, starts third quarter. How she finished the second quarter off. Player that can shoot with great range when she's given that time and space. Matteson into Monroe Cook.
Monroe Cook will line up for that one.
And it is blocked by Selleck, so no foul. It will still remain an Australian ball.
So Dodd will be the one to pass in for Australia. They'll have 8 seconds to get something off. Long pass in, looking for Monroe Cook, but Bergenthal does intercept. Bergenthal can lead the charge for Germany. Bergenthal slowing things down here. Pass inside to Meyer. Meyer will take that one up. Little short that time. And Gunn secures it for Australia. Matheson, she'll look to push. Matheson, veteran for this Aussie side. Having played in 3 Paralympics. There's great pass there into Devoli from Monroe Cook.
Yeah, fantastic finish there from Devoli. German coach and player do look a little bit frustrated that the 3-second call wasn't called on her. Australia retake their lead.
Germany will look to regain that lead. We could see a lot of lead changes here as Bergenthal has it. Passes in to her teammate there, Ernie with the finish, and Germany back on top. Australia now look to regain the lead. 1-point game, Matheson finds a way into the key, looking for the pass though, finds a cutting Gunn, great cut there, and Gunn pulls the trigger, she gets that one. Australia back on top.
And both teams start in this third quarter. Back-to-back baskets.
As Germany now, Meyer takes that one up, little short that time, but Monroe Cook.
Yeah, fantastic pressure there by Matheson to make that difficult.
There's a
basket for Meyer.
Is called there on Meyer, so Australia will keep possession. This one, they'll have a fresh 24.
Apologies, foul is their call on Bergenthal. Contact made on Matheson.
So Monroe Cook has it at the top. Monroe Cook using the screen there, trying to get something off, looking for the pass. Finds Devoli on the opposite side, she'll grab that one. Shot clock winding down, Devoli thinking about a shot, but another foul is called. This time it will be on Weiss of Germany. So again, Germany, apologies, Australia can look to reset, and they'll have another 14 to get something off here. Monroe Cook. Looking for a pass. Trying to use the screen here. She's being pressured a lot. She's going to have to get this one off. Shot clock is winding down. She gets it off, and it is short, but Germany can look to push. Shot clock violation is called, so Germany will have possession, but it will be from the sideline. But we will see some substitutions in, as we'll see. And Pat's foul, check back in for the German side. As ball's in, Meyer has it. For Germany, they'll look to retake this lead. Bergenthal in to Zelak. Stripped though by Matheson, and there's that veteran experience that she has.
Absolutely. I think Selleck was expecting the contact to be made by Matheson then. No contact made. Span. Matheson uses that dead time to get ball out of bounds.
As you see some substitutions, Taisha Ovens checks back into the game, and Kate Lingon will take a seat. Zelak. Shot clock is winding down. Gonna have to put something up. Bergenthal can't get that one up in time, so a shot clock violation is called.
And just great pressure there from the Australian side. Matheson's doing a great job at blocking any opportunity for the German side to get a clean shot off.
So Matheson will set things up for the Aussies, looking to extend their lead to 3 points. And she finds Monroe Cook inside. She wastes no time on that one. Swish from her. Monroe Cook is cooking out there as Patzwald will bring it up for Germany. Gets it over the line to Meyer. Background to Bergenthal. She'll have a look. Back to Meyer. She's at the top. Zelak has some space. Gonna have to put this one up. She puts a long one up off the back iron, but ball bounces off Monroe Cook's chair there, so Germany will get a fresh 14.
Yeah, really unfortunate there by Monroe Cook to have that hit off her chair. Germany really need to capitalise off this.
Bergenthal. Looking for some room. Finds Zelak on the wing. Zelak needs some space. Finds Patzwald. Patzwald gets it up. But again, shot clock violation is called.
Great pressure there by Australia to ensure that they don't get any easy baskets given to the German side.
So Matheson slowing things down here. The Aussies lead by 3. Matheson, she's down low. Shot clock is winding down. She's going to have to put this one up, and she swishes that one. Shelley Matheson, absolutely lethal, just extending that lead to 5 points.
Yeah, a player that has been in the Australian side for many years. Paralympic title, World Championships to her name, and she's really showing her leadership and veteran abilities for this side. We will just hear from head coach Joseph now of the German team as he looks to try and help them stay within this game.
Anna. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ja. Nochmal. Wir brauchen jetzt im Offense einen Spieler, wer macht einen Druck. Wir versuchen jetzt hier, das Rolli kommt mehr zum Kopf und nimmt mal Verteidiger. Dass wir lassen das Lisa auf die andere Seite ein bisschen frei zu Wurf zu kommen. Okay? Gut. Anne bleibt das wieder in der Mitte in der Defense. Okay? Annika und Rolli, Svenja und Lisa. Okay? Verstanden? Komm weiter, komm.
So just listening there into the talks in that Germany huddle. Head coach Josef Jaglowski setting his team up, and we'll see some substitutions as Rolly Neubauer will check back in for Germany. And
yeah, the German side have returned to their starting 5. Try and regain some momentum back to this German side as Australia are giving them full court pressure.
this is on Leitner. Looking for some room, finds Neubauer on the wing. Neubauer looking for some space. She'll fire that one from deep and waste no time in hitting that one. Big play from Neubauer, and that one was actually for 3 points.
Yeah, a player that has came from the running game, able to sit out for a large portion of that first half. As we can just see the replay there, really smooth 3-point shot.
As Davoli has some space, she'll fire, little short that time. But again, Germany can look to push the break. They trail by 2. Neubauer over to Bergenthal. Finds Meyer. Neubauer down low. Neubauer looking for some room. Meyer has it. Shotcock is winding down. Neubauer has it. She gets that one up. Little too heavy. Game is stopped. As German player just on the floor there. Just over 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Australia managing to regain that lead. They've got a 2-point cushion just as Germany brought it back a little bit. As Davoli will bring things up. Give it to Stevenson to set things up here. Stevenson has a lane but pass off to Davoli and she'll get that one. Another big play from Australia. We've seen some great offenses from them. Neubauer. Over to Zonleitner. She's taking the time here. She finds Bergenthal at the top. Bergenthal looking for some space. It's Neubauer setting the screen. Finds Meyer inside though. Meyer gets that one off. Can't get it. Neubauer with the rebound. Bergenthal picks it up. Shoots that one. Can't get it. But again, Neubauer gets the rebound. Basket is waved off that time as she was called for lifting.
Yeah, 4-point player here, a 4.5-point player here. Who I did get aboard. Yeah, a very obvious stand there by Noah Bayer. In the game of wheelchair basketball, you are unable to have your body lift off from the seat. So she will receive a technical foul for that.
So Monroe Cook will be the one to take the free throw for the Aussies. Can't get the first one to drop. Monroe Cook, big contributor for this German side. Was on Monday able to contribute.
Yeah, the advantage of that Australian side to getting that technical foul. 1 free throw, then they do gain possession as they look to extend their lead by 6.
Stevenson. Slowing things down. Finds Monroe Cook. Ball is picked off though. Will go out of bounds as I think it rolled off of Monroe Cook. So it will be a German possession. As referees just confirming some things with the table. The ball is back in. Meyer finds Zonleitner. Zonleitner takes that one up. Too heavy that time. Monroe Cook leads the charge. Monroe Cook over to Stevenson. Has some space. Looking for the pass now. Just being pressured. Finds Monroe Cook though, and she'll sing that one. Georgia Monroe Cook just cannot miss out there.
Yeah, she's being supported great by her 2 low pointers, Vinci and Dodd, to help her get into those positions.
And Georgia Monroe Cook up to 8 points in this game. As Meyer will control it for Germany. She wastes no time in lining up for that one. Had the line, little too short though. Vinci grabs that board and Monroe Cook will push for the break. Monroe Cook looking for the lane, pass it off to Davoli and she'll sing that one. Australia lead by 6 points now. Apologies, 8 points now.
Yeah, real momentum shift to the Australian side. Monroe Cook leading the way. Give and go there to Davoli. Great finish.
Neubauer over to Bergenthal. Bergenthal has room, lines up. Can't get the bounce. This game is stopped though, as we will see some substitutions. There's Matheson will check back into the game alongside Taisha Ovens. Also, Marianne Leitu checking in for the first time. For the Germans, it will be Knuppelmeyer checking back into the game. Matheson. Taking the ball up here for Australia. Matheson, pass foul, putting on that pressure though. And ball is loose. Germany can look to break. Knuppelmeyer. Meyer. She's on the wing. Finds a cutting Bergentel inside, and she'll get that one to fall.
Yeah, great finish there by Bergentel, able to break the Australian press. Now there has been some substitutions to that side. And again, Germany had now getting some momentum their way as the Australian player does go out of bounds.
So maybe a bit of shift momentum here. Germany trailing by 6, cutting that lead down. Australia just not able to get that double digit. Just not able to get that double digits. Oh, sorry, Australia not able to get the double digit leaders. Now Germany. Ball's picked off though by Matheson. Matheson pushes to Davoli. Davoli can't get that one to drop. As another one, they can't get drop off. Foul is called that time, so Australia will go to the line. So, Ebony Stevenson hitting that first one. She had a big performance, just 16 years old, but she put up 31 points in yesterday's matchup against Angola. So, she'll have another chance now to add on another one to this lead. As she can't get the second. Germany up by 7, less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. Germany look to break. Bergentel finds Knuppelmeyer inside. Knuppelmeyer looking to get closer. Finds Zonleitner, who passes it to Meyer. Meyer, shot clock is winding down, but foul is called. That one will be on Leitu. So Germany will have a fresh 14. Zonleitner finds Bergentel. Bergentel looking for room, finds Knuppelmeyer. She'll line up, heavily contested. Does get fouls on the shot though, so now she'll take a trip to the line.
Yeah, really important baskets here for Germany as they look to bring down their deficit. We will see now some substitutions for Australia.
As we'll see Lucinda Boetti check into the game as Stevenson will take a break. As Knuppelmeyer swishes the first one. I think more experienced players on this German side, representing Germany in the Paralympics in 2021 in Tokyo. Can't get the second to fall. Ball rolls out of bounds. So Australia can look to play the clock here. 1 second between shot and game clock, as Matheson will bring things up for the Aussies. Matheson finds Davoli on the wing. Davoli letting time run down here. She's going to waste no time in lining up though. Full short. Ovens gets the rebound, too heavy that time, but Knuppelmeyer secures it, and the buzzer will sound. That will be it for that third quarter of action. Germany trail by 6. And for Germany, what do they need to be doing in this fourth quarter just to get themselves back into the game?
I think the Australian defence has been pushing Germany out of their usual shooting positions. For me, it will be how can Germany utilise their two-man game a little bit better. We will now just hear from head coach Joseph.
Wenn wir stehen in der Line, sie haben keine Chance. Wir müssen nur nicht jumpen, aber übernehmen wir die Spieler wieder auf die 3-Punkte-Linie. Verfolgen, verfolgen und das ist Line. Okay? Das ist kein Line. Wir stehen in der Zone. Und dann, es fehlt bei uns der erste Outlet und Lock. Lisa hat jetzt hier Wurfposition. Svene dribbelt zu rechts. Wie können wir von dieser Seite Pass zu geben? Lena steht hier zum Mismatch. Wir müssen Ball für Lena nicht mitbringen. Hier bleiben. Pass, Pick, Pick und dann rein. Wenn Lisa hat Ball und die drücken, blockt er von hier und von hier. Und dann Lisa dribbelt hier und Lena kommt zum Mismatch.
So just listening there to Germany's huddle as head coach Josef Jodlowski just giving them what to do as they look to climb out of this 6-point deficit.
Yeah, I do think that they may now resort back to their full court press to try and get Australia out of their shooting rhythms. Here's Australian ball.
Monroe Cook will start things off for the Aussies. Monroe Cook finds Devoli inside. Shields waste no time in getting that one up, but Knuppelmeyer contests and gets the rebound. Germany off to the races. Zonleitner ahead. Monroe Cook racing to get there. Zonleitner gets that one up and she gets that one to fall.
Yeah, really important fast break finish there.
There's Matheson now controlling it for the Aussies. Australia up by 4. Matheson finds Monroe Cook. She'll line up for that one and swish for Monroe Cook, just extending that lead to 6.
Yeah, a player we saw in the last couple of days have an inside game, but today really showcasing her talent, being able to shoot very comfortably from that wing.
Now Bergenthal will look to go into the lead again. It is Zonleitner cutting in, can't get it to drop. And Gunn over to Matheson. Matheson over to Monroe Cook. And she'll slow things down for Australia. Finds Devoli inside though. Back out to Matheson. And Matheson passes over to Monroe Cook. Can she get this one to go? Unfriendly bounce at the shot clock. As Germany will look to break. Knuppelmeyer over to Meyer. Has the space, but pass to a cutting Patsval. Back out to Meyer. She'll get that one off. Can't get to drop. Monroe Cook, she'll look to push. Back to Matheson. And Matheson does such a good job at controlling the ball for the Aussies. As she'll find Devoli on the wing. Back to Matheson. Monroe Cook, opposite corner. Devoli has it. And she'll get that one to go. Australia's pushing that lead now.
Yeah, momentum to Australia really going in their hands. Really impressed this morning with their defensive pressure. And they are able to also showcase their talents at the offensive end.
Bergenthal finds Meyer, just sinking that one in nice, easy, lays it in. Matheson. Taking some time off the clock here, not in a rush to get anything off as Monroe Cook has it on the wing. Monroe Cook taking her time, lining up, a little too heavy, but ball is loose, but Bergenthal able to secure it. Ball's passed ahead to Meyer. Meyer, can she get that one off? She does, and she sinks it. Lead just now up to 4.
Yeah, great job there by Meyer. Back-to-back fast break layups. Really capitalising on the space that she has and her speed to drive to basket.
And Matheson just unmatched there for a minute, but foul is called. That one will be on Knuppelmeyer though. So Germany can have a positive. Australia will have a fresh 14. We'll see some substitutions as we'll see Tasha Ovens into the game for Caitlin Gunn. Monroe Cook lines up for that one. Knuppelmeyer did get a hand in the face. Looks like she got something on it. And Matheson will reset. Shot clock is winding down. Gonna have to get something up, but shot clock violation is called. And feels like there's been a shift in the momentum here.
Yeah, absolutely. This fourth quarter is going to the German way. Can they keep chipping away to try and take the lead for the first time in this fourth quarter?
Bergenthal, great pass inside there to Meyer. Meyer gets that one up, can't get that one to fall though. Monroe Cook putting an end to that possession. Matheson passes ahead to Dodd. And we see now the Aussies just kind of take their time with their possessions. Dodd passes into Davoli. Davoli has space. She'll line up for it. Too short that time. Knuppelmeyer secures it. Bergenthal. Over to Zonliner. Zonliner has no room there. Passes back to Zonliner. Gets that one up. Unfriendly roll.
Yeah, really unfortunate there for the German number 12 to get that shot off.
It's Davoli on the wing now. Up to Matheson. Matheson long pass to Monroe Cook. Shot clock is winding down. Monroe Cook can't get that one to drop. But Australia just using the whole shot clock.
Yeah, they are struggling to get the shots that they were getting. Germany have adjusted with some of their defensive pressure.
Bergenthal using the screen, finding some space. As Meyer will shoot that one. Can't get the line. Zonliner racing after it, but ball does go out of bounds. But we will see some substitutions for the Aussies. As Stevenson checking back into the game. As Matheson won't take a seat. It looked like Matheson was, but it'll be Davoli who will take a seat.
Yeah, and I do think they're just going to bring Stevenson back into the game just to add a little bit more speed to that unit, as we do see an Australian timeout.
So
I think this will be utilised to just discuss how they can better perform on the offensive end, as they have struggled the last couple of possessions to get that shot off before a shot clock violation. But again, the coaches are using this timeout to discuss between themselves rather than talking to their players.
It's our offense that's determining our defense at the moment, because we're not getting the look we want. We're all converging, okay? We're going to try it a bit differently. Shelley's still going to rip. We want the ball in the 2 side, then back to the 3 side, okay? Give her the chance. Don't let the ball stick. If she's not there, come up. So it's really important, Ed, you can't set that pick unless Shelley's got a gap to set it, okay? Shelley, if they don't respect you at the free throw line, you let it go. Go, girls! Let's go, girls! 1 is on 3! 1, 2, 3!
So we heard Australia head coach Jeremy Stein out there just telling Shelley Matheson, if they're not going to respect her, let it go. So teams coming out now. Australia coming out. Will be Germany ball. Probably no, will be Australian ball. Germany on defense. As Germany looking to Australia looking to find their rhythm again as they lead by 4. Just under 5 minutes left to go in this game. Matheson has it. Finds Monroe Cook, but is picked off by Germany. And Bergenthal looks to push. Bergenthal looking for a pass here. Does find some space, but finds Patsval down low. She'll find that one, too heavy that time. Zonleitner does get the rebound that was ripped out of her hands by Monroe Cook.
Yeah, great steal there by Monroe Cook as Dodd looks to drive.
Matheson has it. Inside there to Monroe Cook. She'll fire. Too heavy that time, but foul is called.
But much more like the Australian style that we have seen in the previous 3 quarters. Great vision there by Matheson to get that into Monroe Cook. She will go to the line for 2. Can she use this opportunity to regain the Australian momentum?
There's Australia up by 4. Monroe Cook sinking that first one in. Sinks the second. Australia lead by 6. Patsfeld gets it over to Ernie. Ernie kicks it out to Bergenthal, can't get it. Ernie gets the rebound. She'll take that one up, and Ernie, nice little putback there from her. Aussies lead by 4. Matheson. Taking a time here, fakes the shot. Looking for the pass, being heavily contested here by Patsvold. Matheson looking for some room. Gets it over to Dodd. Dodd can't get that one to fall, but Germany secure it. Ernie. She'll look to push. Back to Zonleitner. He finds Bergenthal. Looking for some room now. Inside pass there to Ernie. Ernie gets that one off and off balance, somehow gets it to fall.
And Ernie really being the difference here for the German side. 2 back-to-back layups now for her, as she looks to try and regain the German lead as we enter the final 3 minutes of this game.
Just like that, Aussie's lead is cut down to 2 points. Stevenson has it on the outside. Long pass over to Monroe Cook. She's looking for some space. Fires that one, little short that time, but Ernie cleans it up. Long pass over to Bergenthal. Bergenthal's looking to push. Can they get the break? Hops on slowing it down. Pass over to Ernie though. She has a lane. Gets it up, can't get it to go. And Stevenson secures it for the Aussies.
But again, Ernie showing her ability with the ball.
As Matheson tries to get that one over, but is picked off by Zeluk. So Germany now a chance to tie the game. Finds Zonleitner on the pass, and she gets that one up. Tied game. Great cut from Zonleitner.
Yeah, a unit here for the German side that hasn't seen the floor too much of this game, but it has been the difference now in the final 2 minutes as the game is now even.
Matheson has it on the top. Round to Monroe Cook. Monroe Cook fires that one. Doesn't get the bounce. Germany a chance now to regain that lead. Zeluk finds Zonleitner inside. She gets that one to go, and she'll sing that one. Australia understandably called timeout as Germany regained the lead, and what a shift in momentum that was.
Yeah, what a fantastic minute and a half, 2 minutes of that German side. Really good to see a new unit for that team showcase their speed. Often you don't necessarily need height in the game of wheelchair basketball if you do have the speed and talent to be able to shoot inside. We will now just hear from the head coach of Australia as he looks to ensure that their team do come out victorious.
Punched up a bit at the moment, because what's happening is, I think a couple of times we're so conscious of where the ball is that we're chasing and we're not recovering under and leaving an outnumber, okay? If you're tired, let us know, but we need to make sure that the moment that ball gets past that line, we all need to come back, okay? We need to be able to form a line the moment that we can form it. Hey, you need to find 5, okay? So if you're on the low side, get her to the player that we want her to shoot over, okay?
Are we still up?
We're up, but yeah, we need safety. We need to be able to form that line after. Let's go, girls.
One is on 3, 1, 2, 3.
So just listening there to head coach Jeremy Steinert as Australia look to regain their lead, as Germany definitely picked up some momentum there. Zonleitner hitting that layup to regain the lead. It will be an Aussie ball. They look to advance it. They'll have 14 seconds to go and try and get something off it to make it a tied game. And Roe Cook looking for a pass. Roe Cook privately pressured, finds Devoli inside. Devoli gets that one off, can't get it to fall. Zonleitner secures it. Bergenthal looking to push. And Germany can play with the clock. They are in control here, but it is a 5-on-4. Will they capitalize? Bergenthal inside to Zonleitner, but a foul is called on the floor that time.
Yeah, smart foul there by Matheson, using her knowledge and veteran experience as she does want to get Devoli back into defence.
Yeah, very clever play from her there. Experienced 3 different Paralympics.
However, Germany are doing a good job at still ensuring she is out of the play.
As Bergenthal has it, long pass over to Zeluk. She'll fire that one short that time, but Ernie came out of nowhere there to try and get that one. And that is just how much it means to the players out there on the court, diving out of nowhere to try and get it.
Yeah, and it really ensuring that she makes her presence known here for the German side.
There's just under a minute left here. Australia trail by 2. Matheson has it. Round to Monroe Cook. Back to Matheson. But foul is called that time, and sportsmanlike foul. So there will be some shots given here. Australia will get 2 shots and possession.
Yeah, big call here in the final minute of this 4th quarter. Australia down by 2.
And I think German head coach Josef Jagalski wants a review here.
Which I understand he does want to see if it is an unsportsmanlike foul or not. Because that could be the shift of momentum to Australia. We will now just see the replay of that foul.
The dramatic music playing across the arena. Referees just double checking the call. This could be a big play in this game.
Sorry, no.
So referees just making their final decision here.
Referees also making sure that the microphone isn't on their decision as they discuss this. I know I have an opinion of what the call should be made, but I will wait to see what the referees do decide. Just like Bergenthal is just making some contact.
And referees' final decision will confirm that it is an unsportsmanlike foul on Lisa Bergenthal.
We can now just see the replay.
So Matheson can't get the first one to fall. She will have another one to go. Shelley Matheson playing in the 2004 Paralympics. Can't get the second.
She will be disappointed with that, as she was hoping to knock down both to make the game even, but they will gain possession.
Australia have got 14 seconds to get something up here. They're looking for a tie. Matheson has it. Fakes the pass. Matheson, clock winding down, finds Monroe Cook on the other side. She'll fire, and Georgia Monroe Cook, she'll hit that one, takes it to a tied game.
And we are in for an end game here. Great finish by Monroe Cook. Again, showing her experience here in this last 40 seconds of this fourth quarter.
Zonliner over to Zeluk. Germany chance to regain that lead. They'll have to get something up. Ernie lines up for the shot. She'll fire that one. Can't get it to drop, but gets her own rebound. Takes it back up. Falls again. But Australia now, they can hold the ball. They can look for the last possession of the game. They'll need to find a lead. Davoli has it. Finds Monroe Cook. Monroe Cook just holding the ball. Gonna have to get something up. Shot clock is winding down. Finds Ovens over to Dodd.
And then they're very sensible there at not giving something up.
And
as it will take this game to overtime.
Australia just can't get anything off there. Germany smothering them, and as it is a tied game, we will be going to overtime. So teams now, 2 minutes to talk things over, and then we'll have an extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, a sensible decision from Australia to pass the ball around that key. They could have risked getting something up and getting a turnover, and Germany then taking the win.
So we're going to listen into Germany's huddle and hear what they have to say.
Und wenn du machst einen Schritt weg, sie macht Pass. Wenn du machst sie Druck, sie kann gar nichts machen. Wenn sie hat, nein, guck auf meine Seite. Wenn sie hat Ball, Druck auf den Ball. Druck. Die 12 hat große Probleme mit dem Pass. Ziehst du weg, dann sie passt zu der Große. Nee, das ist gut. Das ist gut. Gute Charakter gezeigt. So, jetzt noch 5 Minuten. Jetzt ist unsere Zeit. Nochmal. Wir bleiben in der Line, wo wir haben jetzt vorher gespielt. Ganz wichtig, diese kleine Spieler Lili macht die Block und die druckt uns bis zum Korb. Wir müssen in der Line bleiben und Push dann machen, okay? Gut. Svenja, wenn Sie pressen, wir haben nichts geändert, du musst machen. Und Anne kommt hier, wenn Sie pressen. Svenja macht hier, nicht du. Und bitte hier dann Lili, Lisa, Annika. Jetzt kommt hier Pass, vielleicht, oder hier Pass und dann drehen, Cross und Pick. Nur mehr Pick, Pick und schneller. Okay, Mädels? Komm. Wir haben Ball.
Team!
There's the German huddle there. Schnell, which from my limited German knowledge, quick. So we'll see what both teams come out with, but it is a tight game here. 49-49. In a really exciting overtime thriller. First game of the day, third day of action in this women's rep charge tournament. Who will come out on top? And it will be a German ball to start off this overtime period. Teams will have around 5 minutes of play here. Fouls do carry over. They'll have 1 timeout each as we get into this overtime. 5 minutes here to play. Let us know in the comments, who do you want to win? Who's going to come out on top? Thank you to everybody following along. As we are ready for play here. As Zeluk has it for Germany. Over to Bergenthal. Bergenthal looking for some room. Lines up for a shot. Can't get the bounce. Rebounded though by Ernie. Ernie takes it up and she'll get that one to go. Germany with the early lead in the overtime period.
Yeah, great finish there by Ernie. She has been the difference to this German side in this fourth quarter.
There's Matheson now controlling things, the veteran. So many experience in these situations. Little short that time, can't get her own rebound. Ball is loose, but foul is called. That one will be on Australia, on Matheson. It's only her 3rd foul of the game. The 2nd foul of the game, apologies. But again, now Germany will have a chance to extend their lead. They lead by 2. After Australia led for such a long period of time in this game. Germany bringing it back. Zeluk. Bergenthal. Bergenthal looking for some room. Bounce pass over to Ernie. Back to Bergenthal. She gets that one off. Great play from those two.
Absolutely great relationship there by Bergenthal and Ernie. Give and go. Causing the Australian defence to get confused.
Just like that, the Aussies are trailing by 4. Matheson. Finds Dodd inside. Zonleitner does get a hand in it though. Ball goes out of bounds and it must have hit an Aussie player before going out of bounds. It will be German possession.
Yeah, Dodd looking frustrated with that decision, but the momentum is now in the German hands. So we do see the replay of that.
As Bergenthal slowing things down for Germany. Again, now it is the German side that can slow things down and use the clock as she finds Ernie inside. Too heavy that time. Devoli secures it. Over to Monroe Cook. Monroe Cook back to Devoli. Devoli looks to drive. Pulling back out though. Looking for a shot. Has some space. Back to Ovens. Ovens gets that one up. Ovens can't find the line. Zelluck. Bergenthal now just saves the ball in bounds, but Dodd picks it off. Dodd, long pass into Matheson. Matheson wide open. Gets the foul though. So she will take a trip to the line. Chance to cut into this lead.
Yeah, really great drive there by Matheson. Foul on Ernie. Can she rectify the fact that she missed the 2 free throws earlier and knock these 2 down? Referee's just confirming to discuss the foul. They will now look to review that.
As the foul will be on Svenja Ernie for Germany. But I think the referees just want to review their decision. So again, we'll have some time here in the game. Just a little pause in play. In a pause like this, it just allows players to kind of get a bit of a rest, and especially in a high-pressure situation like this.
I love the choice of dramatic music that the MC has chosen to play. Lead referee just assisting the co-referee with his decision. And he has called an unsportsmanlike foul.
So
I am unsure how that is an unsportsmanlike foul, but we will see the replay. Ernie does pull the arm of Matheson. Will this be the shift in momentum that Australia need?
and Matheson sinks the first. Second off the back iron. Australia will have possession, so chance now just to cut into that lead or to tie it. And in this situation, they don't need the three-pointer. So Matheson finds Monroe Cook inside. Ball goes out of bounds, so Germany will have another chance to add on to that lead now. As Ernie looking to push. Pass forward. Over to Zelluck. Finds Zonleitner. Just slowing things down. They can play with the clock. Patsfeld has it. Finds Zelluck inside. Lines up for that one. Takes the time and she sinks it.
Great job there by Zelluck to get that basket. Monroe Cook did try and get the block. Unsuccessful as the lead is now extended by 5.
Matheson looking to find something for the Aussies. Looking for Monroe Cook. Finds her. Monroe Cook will have to get this one off. Gets it off and she sinks it.
Great finish there by Monroe Cook. Bring their deficit back within 3.
Zelluck over to Patswell. Patswell to Bergenthal. Bergenthal looking for some space. Finds way into the key. Out to Zonleitner. Bergenthal has it. Manages to find Ernie. Ernie over to Zelluck. Can't get that one to drop. Monroe Cook has it. As the train horn of a shot clock sounds around the arena, but Matheson will slow things down for the Aussies. Matheson finds Monroe Cook. She has space. She fires. Too heavy that time. It's secured by Bergenthal. And again, Germany can look to slow things down here. Pass inside there to Ernie. She gets that one little short. And Matheson will get the ball for the Aussies. Over to Ovens. Ovens trying to get the ball over. It's picked off though by Bergenthal. Ball's loose. Devoli tries to come up with it. And Devoli does manage to come up with it.
Not sure how she really managed that, but it will go out of bounds.
And it will be a German possession. So just over a minute left here in this overtime period. And Germany will have a fresh 14 now. They are up by 3.
Yeah, both sides here really playing competitively and aggressive.
As Bergenthal will set something up for Germany. Bergenthal has space. She's lining up for that one. Too heavy that time, but Zonleitner gets the rebound. Fresh 14. Zonleitner fires that one. Too heavy. When Monroe Cook will secure the rebound. Monroe Cook looking to push. Australia gonna need a quick one. Monroe Cook out to Matheson. She has space.
Yeah, they really need to get this shot off quicker.
Finds Devoli inside. She gets that one up and Devoli sinks it. 1 point game. 29.8 seconds remain on the shot clock. Germany, so they can't have the final possession of the game, but they are going to have to put something up here.
Australia need to really stop Germany now.
As Dodd gets a hand on it and comes up with the ball. Foul is called. Who will the foul be on?
Bergenthal. Oh, no. Thought the foul was called on number 10 there, but it looks like it has been swapped to number 6, Hannah Dodd.
So it will be a German possession. Just 21.5 seconds remaining in the game. Germany will have 16 seconds to get something off, so 5-second difference between shot and game clock. And for Germany, they're going to be looking to throw something up here, so we're just going to hear from head coach Josef Jaglowski.
21 Sekunden. Ist das wichtige Moment, dass wir verlieren nicht den Ball. Genau wie derselbe Pass. Wir geben Ball im Kampf. Das geht nicht. Also, hier
Yeah, I think Australia now
Svenja.
need to be looking at fouling.
Anne. Lisa. Lili. Okay?
And Germany don't need a 3, do they?
No, for Germany, I would just be looking at going for an easy 2.
Wir machen jetzt hier ein bisschen Druck und Anni kommt hierher zum Ball. Okay? Pass kommt hier für Anni.
Even potentially
Und jetzt geht's
passing the
los.
ball
Lisa
round.
kommt hier raus. Okay? Und Svenja, du, nach dem Pass, du bewegst dich hierher. Okay? Zum Kopf mit hier. Und wenn Lisa hat den Ball, haben sie verstanden, was ich zeige. Piek, Piek. Und dann Lisa dribbelt und alle zum Korb.
Aber von mir gibt es keinen Pick, ich war nur rum.
Ja, ja.
Von mir kein Pick.
Nein, du, Lisa kommt hier, erstmal Annika, Lisa kommt hier, kommt Pass. Und dann Anni und Lili, hier steht, wenn sie faul, dann ist kein Problem. Verstanden? Aber bitte sicher Pass und sicher Korb zu machen. Und gleich die Spieler übernehmen, wichtige Leute übernehmen, okay? Und am Ball bleiben, kein Foul. Geht's los.
As teams coming out now, Germany will have the ball from the sideline, and they'll be looking to get something up. Just 16 seconds.
They do lead by 1 now with the last possession of the game, or potentially last possession of the game. Will Australia look to foul to try and gain possession back to them?
So referees just confirming with the table. Okay, it's all the dramas here. There's the pressure, I'm sure, for the players, just this suspense waiting to be in play. And thank you for following along here on the IWBF YouTube channel. Let us know who you're supporting, who's going to come out on top. Germany up by 1.
You can just see here Madison helping her younger, inexperienced teammates just to know how to run this end game play. As the referee is just talking to both coaches about the shot clock time. I think they're going to run the... I'm not sure what's going on actually.
We'll be on 16, so Germany will have 16 seconds to get something up.
Table are just making sure that the time on the shot clock and the game clock match.
As you see, Davoli and Zonline, and they're just moving about. The ball's not even in play yet.
I would be doing exactly the same. As long as the German player doesn't enter the key, she is able to move around freely. I do now feel for the athletes though, as they do want to just get play underway. With the pressure and nerves of both sides wanting to get this win, having to sit and wait isn't ideal for them.
The MC is clearly getting impatient. Is he playing a cricket sound?
The MC of this tournament has made the atmosphere in this arena one to remember.
So referees coming back out onto the court now. Seems like everything is okay, so it will be a German ball. So the shot clock is still at 0 though.
If I was an athlete now on the floor, I would be getting frustrated with this. 21.6 seconds left in this extra time. Australia down by 1.
And referees again will just confirm, I think it is to do with the time that's left on the shot clock.
They are now just checking the computer.
So referees now, yeah, just reviewing. So the athletes will just have to either sit out and wait it, or they can, I don't know, have a conversation.
I think if I was them, I wouldn't want to be sat still, as they do now return to their benches, allowing the coaches potentially to give them some more information.
And if you're Australia, this in theory actually works against you, doesn't it? Because Germany have a chance now to kind of just double check what they're doing, whereas Australia, they're just going to have to sit and wait and see what Germans pull out.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation for those players to be in. It is not an official timeout, but the coach for Germany is still feeding some information. I do believe it was a coach that challenged how much time was left on the game clock. As we can just see on the live stream, the referees making sure it is correct. Any wrong decision made within this final extra time could cost either team to come up with the win. Both teams looking here to top their group for the crossovers tomorrow.
As we see there, yeah, German head coach Josef Jagalski just probably just refreshing the players on what they're setting up. Let's have a listen into that.
Jetzt kommt Pass in dem Moment, Svenja, bitte. Svenja, du nach dem Pass versuchst du diese große Aufgabe zu, okay? Wenn du kommst, tust, das ist okay. Wenn nicht, hier. Wir müssen Ball halten und dann einen Wurf vorbereiten. Wir müssen einen Werfer haben, okay? Nicht das so spontan im Auszuschmeißen. Wenn der Ball berührt den Kopf, Zeit läuft und dann Schluss und das war's, okay? Verstanden, ja? Gut.
And for viewers at home, overtime is just 1 5-minute period. Unless the Aussies can tie the game again, then we will go to another 5 minutes of play.
The referees now speaking with both coaches to discuss their final decision, as play does look like it will not get back underway.
And still no time on the shot clock, so let's find out what it will be.
I do think it will be 14 seconds.
It will be a fresh 14, so whilst Germany thought they had 16, it will be 14.
Took an extra 5 minutes of their overtime to make that decision, but we are back underway.
Zonleitner has it over to Bergenthal. Bergenthal trying to get to the basket. Australia putting on the pressure here. Bergenthal can't find any rooms, looking for a pass, finds a cutting Zelak, but is intercepted by Australia. They're off to races. Davoli has it. She's up ahead. And Germany hit the interception. Ernie, big interception at the end to stop the Australia from getting up another shot. And Germany finished out on top. What an ending to the first game of the day here. Germany unable to get what their playoff at this end. Australia just couldn't get down in time, and big interception there by Svenja Ernie at the end, just to prevent the Aussies from getting up an extra shot. But what an exciting game to start the day. Overtime thriller, final score 55-54.
Yeah, what a fantastic start to the day. And I know the Australian 4-point player will be disappointed that she couldn't get a shot off. Matchison making sure she is okay. Yes, they didn't get the win, but they still will be able to potentially rectify their loss today against Germany in the final, potentially on Thursday. But both sides showcasing their true talents here today, and great performance for Germany to win that game as they struggled throughout the majority of that game to gain a lead.
As teams just high-fiving now, and it will be Germany who come out on top. They'll move to 3-0 in this competition. Australia move to 2-1. And in that game, some big performances being put up for Australia, who led the way. It was Georgia Monroe-Cook with 18 points. Davoli following close behind with 16. And for the Germans, they come out on top in the end. It was Lisa Bergenthal with 18 points leading the way for them, and Svenja Meyer finishing with 10. And that will be it for the first game of the day here. Make sure you stay tuned in for our next matchup. But for now, from me, Ishania, and Siobhan Fitzpatrick, it will be a goodbye, and we'll see you later.